It's the classic gripe, isn't it? Out-of-touch executives blaming lazy millennials for unfilled positions, the trust fund baby complaining their gym is packed at 2 p.m. Nobody wants to work anymore, but what if they're kind of right? I know, hot take, but hear me out. The numbers don't lie. Labor force participation is plummeting. Among men specifically, it's at a generational low. And all of this comes at a time when unemployment is supposedly low. Shouldn't jobs be easy to get? Shouldn't everyone be working? Well, not exactly. Stick with me because we're about to dive into what's really going on, and it's a lot messier than just blaming lazy kids or out-of-touch boomers. By the end of this video, you might even question your own assumptions about work, life, and what it means to succeed. There are two main groups in this debate. First, we've got the business owners, executives, and hustle culture enthusiasts. They see job openings as a sign of declining work ethic. To them, young people would rather scroll TikTok or daydream about NFT fortunes than work an honest 9 to 5. Then, there's the second group. They say people don't want to work because the jobs themselves suck. Low pay, terrible hours, and managers who think yelling is motivational. Why would anyone subject themselves to that? But here's where it gets interesting. Both groups agree on one thing. Nobody wants to work anymore. They just blame different reasons. So, what's the truth? Why are so many jobs going unfilled? Let's break it down. Most unfilled jobs fall into three categories. 1. Underpaid roles. Some jobs pay so little it's laughable. You can't offer a senior software developer $50,000 a year in Silicon Valley and expect people to line up. Even entry-level jobs in high-cost cities don't make sense when rent alone eats up your entire paycheck. And yes, some workers do expect too much. That Gen Z survey about needing $600,000 to feel financially successful? Unrealistic, sure. But here's the kicker. Even older generations set the bar higher than reality allows. Boomers think $100,000 is enough to feel successful. Yet in major cities, $100,000 barely covers the basics. There's a massive expectation gap between those entering the workforce and those hiring. 2. Toxic work environments. Some workplaces demand soul-crushing hours, abusive bosses, or both. A 2023 study found the average worker puts in 9.2 hours of unpaid overtime each week. That's more than an extra workday, for free. These jobs can fill positions initially but face constant turnover. Because who wants to stick around for that? 3. Jobs that don't exist. And then there are the ghost jobs. Positions posted online but never intended to be filled. Sometimes they're just a way to stockpile resumes. Other times, companies are hedging their bets on a future budget increase. Whatever the case, fewer real jobs mean fewer real opportunities. Let's talk about young workers. More people are getting degrees than ever before, which means they're starting their careers later. And when they do start, it's a battlefield. Even graduates from top schools like Berkeley are struggling to find work. A professor recently revealed that students with perfect GPAs in computer science, one of the most in-demand fields, are graduating without a single job offer. When people can't land a job with a degree, their response is often to get another degree. Master's and PhD programs are filling up not because everyone dreams of academia, but because it's easier than facing a brutal job market. This kicks the can down the road, further dragging down labor force participation rates. This issue isn't just about age, it's about geography. Take West Virginia, for example. It has the lowest labor force participation in the country. Industries like coal mining and manufacturing have vanished, leaving whole communities without opportunities. But here's the twist. Some counties in West Virginia boast participation rates as high as 77%. Others sit below 42%. That's a massive gap, and it highlights a national trend. In areas with jobs, people have to work. In areas without jobs, people can't afford to move to where the jobs are. Relocation means giving up family support or sinking money into skyrocketing housing costs. This creates a vicious cycle. The people who can afford to leave take opportunities with them, leaving the rest stuck in economic stagnation. Cities like New York and San Francisco still have opportunities, but they're brutally competitive and prohibitively expensive. Finance and tech have become the escape route for ambitious workers, but even those industries are tightening their belts. So, what happens when even these escape routes close? It's a question we'll explore in an upcoming video. But for now, let's address the elephant in the room. What can actually fix this? It's tempting to blame one side or the other, lazy workers or greedy employers, but the reality is far more complicated. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You've joined the ranks of people actually trying to understand the problem. The question now is, what do we do about it? This is where you come in. Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you experienced any of these issues firsthand? What do you think is the solution? And before you go, check out our sponsor MyHeritage to explore the incredible stories hidden in your family's past. Who knows? Maybe someone in your ancestry dealt with these same struggles centuries ago. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our deep dive into why remote work is still out of reach for so many. See you in the next video.